Anna Leigh Waters, who's regarded as the undisputed #1 female pickleball player across all categories, recently stated she wasn't feeling 100% and pulled out of a tournament and has been seen wearing a knee brace. Now, obviously, no one should be diagnosing an athlete just from headlines and social media clips alone, but anytime you see a high-level female athlete in a sport with a lot of change of direction demands and dealing with knee issues, it raises an important broader conversation about ACL injury risk. We've learned a lot about this, especially from women's soccer over the years. Sports involving a lot of rapid deceleration, cutting, twisting, and single leg loading, sports like soccer and basketball, and increasingly pickleball, have repeatedly shown that women have a disproportionate amount of ACL injury compared to men in the same sports. And it's not usually one catastrophic collision, like you might expect getting tackled in rugby or football. A lot of these injuries are non-contact, which means the planting, twisting, and change of direction that's just in the ordinary course of play. There's a strong case to be made that elite-level pickleball is starting to resemble a lot of the movement demands that you might see in sports like soccer or basketball. We've got explosive lateral cuts, awkward open stance reaches, deceleration, all while under fatigue, and just very repetitive motion across an asymmetrical pattern. Now add in the high tournament volume that a lot of these pros are carrying, and the cumulative stress becomes significant. Now the good news is that we already have a pretty good roadmap for reducing risk. Posterior chain strength and hamstring strength, hip stability, landing, and deceleration mechanics, and of course, workload monitoring and so forth. Women's soccer has paid close attention to this after years of devastating ACL numbers. And again, I'm not diagnosing anything. There are plenty of other vulnerable structures in the knee that could be at play here and warrant attention. I'm simply shining a light on the broader conversation that pickleball may need to start thinking similarly as the sport gets faster, younger, more competitive, and overall more explosive in play. Hopefully whatever Anna Leigh is dealing with ends up being minor and she can go on to have a long and dominant career. But the key takeaway might be this. Pickleball is increasingly no longer a low-impact backyard hobby sport. There is a very real elite athletic level. The movement demands and the injury patterns as a result are becoming very real sports performance issues. And as more recreational people join to play, they'll get better and they'll go all in on the sport. And so too will the recreational players start to feel the pangs of these issues. So hopefully that all makes sense. Thank you for watching. If you want to get ahead of this, follow me for more bulletproof pickleball tips.